Hello and welcome back to this week's Academy Showcase, where Sneaky and FLICKR are joining Azale and myself to break down Champions Select. We've got the teams on stage as Cloud9 and FOXA Academy. We'll be doing battle, and I ran into Golden Glue earlier today, along with Blabber. I was like, hey, tell me your draft, like, do you know your bands? And Golden Glue wanted to tell me, and Blabber made him not. And I'm really sad, because I could have like predicted like all the next picks right now.
So now's your time, just leak all the strats.
Ooh,
right before they do the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll pick the big sword guy that flips and stuff.
The big sword man?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He trucks is
Like
pretty good.
stabs people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then flips on them. Yep, okay. Has wings. Looks pretty cool.
Could pick him.
Maybe the chain guy?
Oh yeah, that guy's cool.
The two chain arm guy?
Yeah.
I saw a really sick drawing of the chain
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
I did
chain
too.
chain
Yeah,
guy
that was
drawing is
actually
pretty good.
It's on my mind. Like probably if they were watching
Yeah.
too, they were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Champions.
Even
so
like
cool.
even if they aren't intentionally trying to, they just lock it in.
Yeah.
It'll just happen.
For sure.
All right.
What about the like golden dragon armor guy with like the big lance?
Oh.
Think he's gonna get seen?
He's a little
Low-key
boring.
pick.
Low tier pick?
Low tier.
Yeah.
Lance guy's not in there anymore? Oh, the sword guy's gone.
They banned Sword Flippy
no.
Man.
Sword flippy man, rip. What about Spooky Horse? TSM plays Spooky Horse a lot.
Spooky Horse? I don't think we're gonna see a Spooky Horse.
Okay.
Do you guys play a lot against C9A Academy or most LCS teams these days?
We used to play against them more, and
Okay.
we've kind of stopped. It was mainly because we'd scrim them, and it was just like because it's us versus them. Everyone's just trying to chain kill their opponent. I was like, the scrims just evolved into like everyone fighting all
Just
the time.
brain off.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
It's like 17 kills and its minions haven't spawned yet.
Yeah.
Your coaches are just like,
This is
all
not
right.
practice.
That's enough.
It's actually worse than solo queue.
0-4 minions have spawned.
Yeah, they get pretty bloody. I mean, we still warm up versus them though on every LCS day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they banned the cat.
The cat
And the
also
chain
gone.
man.
Yeah, chain man.
This draft is just not going the way we thought it
What
would.
about dragon armor? I'm still holding out for
what's that?
dragon armor.
Dragon armor?
Yeah. I don't think that's getting first pick.
No, no chance.
All right, if you were on stage right now with this draft, what would you first pick? And why would it be Aurelia?
I'd pick Aurelia because it's cool, you know.
Sick.
Run around, kill everyone.
Uh-huh.
I think it's strong.
Very powerful.
But what if Nisky played it? Then you didn't get to play it.
Then we'd pick something else, you know.
So, what do you guys think? So, I'm assuming you guys watch most MSI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like the optimal way is just like hardcore flex picks, you know, play like that sort of, because there's all this discussion, right? Like, is the G2 way to play the game the right way to play the game? Is it like, okay, they just won, but you know, you should play it however it works for you guys? Like, where do you kind of lie in that argument?
I mean, I think there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
I think for sure you should definitely play the way you feel is best. Because say you try to imitate G2 and then you
Seen some
just
pike
You're
ups
not
that haven't
wondering
worked
how.
fail
out.
miserably.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work the exact same for everyone. I mean, it's not just with picks, it's play style too, because you know, they end games so fast, but if you're just like, I mean, we started doing it too, like trolling, they were like, G2 would end here, so we start like pushing really hard and we just all die and we lose the game.
We know how to do this. Let's wait a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like we were joking about it, but I'm sure like most of the teams were doing something similar where they're saying like G2 ends games so fast, like why can't we?
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's like the old like 2-3 years ago SKT style. It's like SKT would have 0 deaths right now, and FLICKR would have 300 CS.
Yeah,
How can we do that?
that style is super hard too.
Yeah. So actually, I'm curious because we are seeing a very heavy meta change, especially today. We're seeing a lot more Lux. We're seeing Karma now come out. Like we're going to like full enchanter support meta pretty quickly. It feels like. Sneaky, as a resident bot laner, you must have seen this coming for a while in scrims and solo queue. Is that even an accurate statement? Is this an aberration? Like what's going on down here?
I mean, there's a lot of Athenes going on right now. I mean, Yumi's the main offender
Sure.
because her Q is pretty much
Pretty good champ.
unmissable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think then? So if you're on FOX's side, you're going up against Sivir, Lux support, almost guaranteed. What AD do you want to play here?
I mean, there's a lot of options. It's probably Ezreal,
Yeah.
I would guess.
So
But
Ezreal Karma?
I mean, there's, like I said, a lot of options. I mean, they have a ton of AP, so they can't really pick a mage bot lane here, unfortunately. But mages are actually pretty good in the Sivir.
Why do you think we haven't been seeing very many then? Because Sivir's been getting played quite a lot, and I don't think we've seen any like mage supports, or rather mage ADs as an answer.
Well, I mean, specifically in this game, they have too much AP.
Yeah, but
on
just
the
even
right
in
side.
LCS.
Yeah, I mean, that's just comfortability on each player. Like a lot of the ADs that play LCS right now don't play mages that much.
Okay.
But I think they'll probably come out like later in the season sometime.
And what about for you, Licorice? So if you are you're on the C9 side, right? Aurelia gets locked in, you see Rises come up. Is that a matchup you're actually trying to dodge, or are you happy to play into that, assuming it's top lane?
I'd be really happy to play the Aurelia Rise matchup. I think it's like a super good. I mean, top lane, it's super good for Aurelia
It's
because
a long lane.
it's such a long lane. If you ever land anything, he just like dies or loses flash or like loses ult or all three sometimes even. So I think we're probably going to see another flex pick come out of C9 Academy here. I would guess.
So you're assuming basically you're picking blind here. If you, oh wow.
Never mind, it's the Gragas.
Yasuo Gragas, okay.
I really top. Does he get the Rise matchup?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
Have you played much Yasuo?
Yo!
He doesn't get
the
it.
aura.
That's exciting.
How do you feel about that matchup? Because it seems like you can parry the Aurelia stun so consistently, and you're probably gonna get outscaled pretty hard, but.
I think a lot of it actually depends on the runes that the Fiora chooses to take.
Like
There's
Grasp.
like Grasp feels super hard to lane against, but it just doesn't scale as well. And then like if the Fiora has Grasp, like generally I'm just like, I'm gonna hug my tower this game, team. Like hopefully you guys can do something. If the Fiora takes Conqueror, he's got a stronger late game, but you have more leeway to actually be able to fight back in lane. So hopefully he takes Conqueror and we can see like an exciting top lane phase. But if he takes Grasp, then it's probably just
Jukes tries to not die.
Jukes tries not to die.
Never
Yeah.
trades.
Yeah.
Tries
So
to not have him.
if this is your draft, what do you guys think is the game plan here for C9? What are they trying to do?
Ooh.
Hard camp for Yasuo?
If get some knockups, looks pretty good for Yasuo.
A knockup. That's, well, yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Does it really R count, like at the bounce back? Probably not, right?
Oh.
Knockup?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It doesn't slightly push.
What
Okay.
is it then?
Reliar?
There's
This
no,
is
there's
slow,
no
right?
category.
Isn't
No,
this-
because it pushes you.
You actually get shoved a little bit? I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Then maybe it's possible.
It's
I'm
like
not sure.
Camille R,
I
right?
think you do.
Because like you can ult off condemn, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can do things like that. So I don't actually know that interaction. That would be pretty interesting. How do you feel about the bot lane 2v2? So it's Sivir, Lux, and then they had Caitlyn and Karma.
I mean, it's gonna be spicy, but since it's a stage game, probably won't be many kills. Like one side will just back up after they get poked a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both very much. We are into the game. That is it for LCS Cooldown. Casters, please take it away for Cloud9 versus Echo Fox.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm Rivington III, joined by Crumbs as we bring you this Academy matchup to end up week 2. It's going to be a good game here as we see both teams getting a bit of what they want. We got some style and play coming in from the side of C9, a bit of the last breath with a laser over it possibly later. Started off by a Gragas barrel. What do you think about the Echo Fox squad as we start this one off?
I like what Echo Fox has done here with the Fiora having Grasp. I love the insight we got out of Licorice with the Grasp in the laning phase, super strong. So I'm expecting Jukes to be playing a little bit more passive, but I do want to talk about the Gragas and the Yasuo. Every time C9 busts this out, it's just magic for them. We just saw it in the LCK last night. A Freak of Freaks ran the exact same duo of Gragas and Yasuo combined to much success, and these guys have been playing this for years, so I'm expecting a lot of synergy out of Blabber and Golden Glue, as we typically do with the Cloud9 Academy.
Absolutely. You see 2-1 for C9 Academy here in the summer split against Echo Fox, who's 1 and 2. They're looking to pick up a few more wins, and definitely going to be one of their tougher opponents here in the schedule. And they are bringing an aggressive comp on the side of C9. It's like things will start off with no real, or too many forward words placed, I should say. Everybody's just getting an idea of what the first jungle path will be.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of action in the bottom lane here because you got the Caitlyn and the Karma just permanently pushing. That's their whole shtick. You got to shove the lane. Luckily, Panda started pathing in the top side of the map, so he might be looking to get some ganks or cover fire for his dual lane that just from the very get-go, already trying to harass, make the most out of that range.
Yep, a little mantra Q there, that solar flare with the extra damage. And it'll be interesting how well Echo Fox kind of plays the kiting as well, because whenever you push in that Lux lane, she has more of a lane to bind you. So the mind game of Phil being sped up with that shield, getting himself into range to attack and not getting himself light binded. Keith letting the waves just come to so he knows he doesn't get poked from Phil. Doing a great job at getting brush control to start things off here. Like you said, the Karma lane, you're basically going to take damage, it's just when and how much.
Yeah, and then you at least got your main man Blabber here pathing to the bottom side already with red buff. He can gank at level 3 here once he finishes the Krugs, which would be a nice little way to alleviate some pressure in the bottom lane, although let's see how good Keith can last hit these minions. So far, it's, well, the expected disadvantage against a Caitlyn. He's already down 5 CS. That's a wave. pretty much.
Yeah, usually the Sivir's the one kind of just playing against the wave, not her opponent, farming you in. But the Peacemakers make it easy for Apollo to push in, as we did see that hover from Blabber coming down. On Gragas, 4th unique champion with a Sejuani, Rek'Sai, and Jarvan across the board, keeping it diverse for the team so they can get these different compositions in here, as well as get Golden Glue really, really online. Again, Deathless Akali game last time that he played, and he actually pulled C9 out of what was a losing situation.
That's true. The last game, it was crazy out of him. And funnily enough, after that, I actually go have food outside a few blocks away from here. I see him having lunch. Right next to him, the Fox Academy guys as well. So it was meant to be.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see if happens here again. The camaraderie off the rift, they got to be enemies on it. Golden Glue keeping that wave just slightly pushed up as it resets. Looks like he wants to get it right back into the turret against Phoenix. So he has the pressure. Might be able to get into the jungle if they decide to do any of that invading here anytime soon. Cleared side, however, on Pandas. We're watching for him to have a good game coming up here as well. We're talking a little about Blabber, but Panda's been falling behind a bit, not able to get the entries into fights that he wants or really escalate the lanes that he has wanted to do here for FOXA.
He's already fallen behind. He lost the second Scuttle Crab, and now Blabber has priority to the top side of the map. He's going to be out here helping Jukes. Let's see if Lorelo actually falls for this bait here, because Jukes is pretty low, and it looks like the call is to just back off. Too low HP. No idea where Sejuani could be. Considering that you saw Panda bottom side, you knew how many camps he had, the base would have come through and he would have passed the top side to try to start at Krugs. So it is a nice safe call out of C9 to say, you know what, let Lorelo have these minions. We don't want to give up a first blood, because that could really put a Fiora lane ahead.
Good pressure. You saw a few danger pings coming down on the right side as Golden Glue left lane. So eyes from Panda are definitely omnipresent on that minimap, making sure that none of the lanes are leaving and his lanes have time to focus on taking one Jukes down in the top. So Phoenix can focus on Golden Glue here. He's done a great job being pushed into the turret already at keeping that CS up, as Golden Glue cannot yet find a kill onto Phoenix. Still no jungler presence though. Expecting a bit from Panda or Blabber here, but knowing each other's path in the beginning has kind of had that gentleman's agreement of farm it up.
So I'm okay with Panda not doing a whole lot early on. You got the Sejuani, happy to hit level 6, but what I really want to see out of Blabber and Golden Glue, you try to burn the flash from Phoenix before level 6, and that time, Blabber hits 6 himself, can return to the mid lane, and it's as easy as just chucking out a cast. You get the knockup. It's a very nice way to set yourself up to a kill. It's basically 2 ganks to set you up for 1 kill, 1 big play, and that's how you have to look at it a lot of the time when you're dealing with these very skilled players. They're not going to fall for it one time. You're going to have to do repeat efforts, and here we go, Blabber with the Predator.
Oh, instantly slow. Good cue from Phil, but he is getting chased down, however, by Panda, who saw this happening. The counter's going to happen. Blabber gets locked up by the permafrost, and I don't think he's going down on this one, but he will take quite a bit of damage. That gives them the idea of where Blabber is now, and FOXA may be able to make something happen on the map.
You look at how much damage both of the junglers took right there. Blabber, lucky to get out alive, actually. You might have been able to force a ignite out of film. Might have done him in, because there's no heal in that bottom lane, actually.
Expecting that to go a little bit better for Panda and then control more of the lanes, except, like you said, they both go back. Nothing can be engaged on in mid lane now that could have been a possible invade with the minion wave coming through, but Golden Glue stops it short of the turret, and again, no kills to start. Just junglers having an idea of where each other are. We still haven't seen any action towards that top lane. Could be pretty volatile, but a lot, like you said, towards this bot with kill potential on the ADs.
And you can spill the pressure to the bottom lane, but at the end of the day, in these team fights, Golden Glue's going to be huge. His win wall against Ryze completely nullifies the champion. Same thing against Caitlyn. She's not these AD carries that reposition like an Ezreal, like a Kai'Sa that can really get in, get out, and change angles of attack. Caitlyn is pretty linear, so if you drop a good win wall against her, she's completely out of the team fight. So I'm looking to Golden Glue here to have a stellar performance, just like 2 days ago, where he didn't die a single time in like a 15 KDA game.
Yeah, and looking at Jukes now on that top side. Quite a bit of credibility here coming into the scene, brings quite a fan base with him, and he would love to play up to it. Right now down about 7 CS as he's being pushed in by Lorelo, who has had quite a good game for himself in recent days. Keith and Diamond make it out of this situation, but speaking of Jukes, looks like he'll be able to stay safe in that lane, and we should expect a lot from him coming to these team fights. average lane for both a Fiora and an Aurelia, who do you want on your team come late game?
Ooh, I mean, if you want to go full split pusher, you gotta have your Fiora. She's gonna be better than Aurelia in the split push fight. But when it comes to team fight, I think Aurelia can accomplish a lot more. That stun, I think that we've seen some players, Darshan in particular, 2 days ago, like we said on Friday's Academy. Watch it, don't miss it. Anyways, Darshan was hitting 4-man stuns with that ultimate, with that E, and that skill is something that is really difficult to pull off. But when you do, you just turn team fights around drastically.
It's definitely a tricky skill to use. Throw one of your flawless duets to the brush.
It is.
Get a little more distance on there, and it's basically infinite distance. You make that thing as long as you
You
want.
can flash and actually carry on the distance for it.
Just got to be in time. That's the thing. When you lose the other point, makes it really difficult to hit the stuns. That's why it's so incredible when players find that and then know exactly the charges to use. Love watching it. We'll see it from Jukes here as the fights come out, but we're only 8.5 min. And that means it's going to be a Mountain Drake time. That goes over to Cloud9. Always good with their objective control, knowing when the lanes are pushed in, pushed out, or they won't have any contest for that objective. This is one of those times, and Mountain Drake goes over just around 9 minutes.
It's super well timed. You saw that the Scuttle actually died right before they started that Dragon, so that the vision was pretty much none from Fox. But the difficulty for Fox is, how do you even come into that pit when you know that Gragas just chucks out a cask at the first person there, you get knocked back into the team, Yasuo knocks you up, the wind wall stops the follow-up, and that's the power of these Yasuo compositions. You get to the fight first, and then nobody can actually come into you just because of the sheer power of your engage.
Panda cruising through mid.
Then for that Scuttle.
Yep. 74 to 92 in mid. Golden Glue falling behind a bit CS. Same with the top side. Nothing too detrimental with the power that these two champions can make, but it's good to see from Echo Fox controlling the early part of the game. They did lose that bottom objective, but they're able to grab Scuttles and keep a bit of control on the map. Sometimes we've seen a team work around their opponents without getting any kills to the Nexus. It's something that can happen.
Well, in Academy, I think that these guys have no reservations when it comes to starting the fight.
That's because your gloves are always off in Academy.
They actually fight more than LCS. I'm not kidding. These guys are really exciting to watch. And there's a level of disadvantage between Panda and Blabber, and it's really dangerous because Blabber can engage at any time. Golden Glue is fully charged.
One last breath. Takes it a little late, but he decides to just get it onto the jungler. That's Panda going down right away. Blue buff. Oh, it's going back up. Here comes Juice down into the fight. Realm Warp over the wall. Looks like they could get themselves. Oh, Juice! Or rather, Phoenix jukes himself right out of the Realm Warp. There was a sliver that was missed, and he did not make the path. Lorlo gets out alive, and they lose 2 on the side of Echo Fox.
Look at just how decisive they are, but another fight bottom. There's no flash on Diamond. He's down.
Final spark does not go off. It fizzles out as Keith takes the shots over from Apollo. They'll be able to push this right into the turret, get a few plates on that bottom side, which will be very nice to pick up gold on the cross-map fight where they lost those 2 kills, and Blabber is on to Rift Herald. We'll see this one again.
Look at how decisive Golden Glue is here. He charges up his 3rd strike of Q and then throws one out. Doesn't look like there's going to be much follow-up since Fiora's already there, but he goes in, immediately dashes back, and then a great wind wall allows him to create enough distance between him and Phoenix, who actually, he steps out of his own Realm Warp and just gets killed. He had the opportunity to get out alive, but instead chose to donate his body for science.
Here is the bottom play again. How did it start off? So, hits the E on himself, so it's not even the Monster Q. He goes for the W. Nice resolve.
Oh, stylish flash.
Little did you know, the last spark, final spark would not go off. Still 4 summoners used on that bot side for what 4 summoners were down on the side of C9. It makes it a good time to fight, and I feel like that goes in the favor of Echo Fox, Apollo, and Phil at this point too. BF Sword Pickaxe versus what is a build-up Essence Reaver almost. The crit could still hurt.
Panda and Phil were there anticipating another gank from Blabber onto the mid lane because he's so free right now. You've got Blabber with Flash, with Predator, and his ultimate, a red buff Yasuo that just got a kill and an assist. Very easy to take down Phoenix had they gone for it. So they're going to have to babysit that lane significantly. And if you take a look at the vision that they have on the right-hand side, they are really trying to make sure that Phoenix does not fall behind to this Yasuo.
Quite a bit of early gold focus there in wards. Can protect it. Works out well. Blabber and Golden Glue moving around. Looks like they're going to double team this Scuttle on the bot side. Panda says, I'm going to try to get that for myself. He does not. He gets a rinse and repeat of the last breath on himself. Arctic Assault over the wall to keep himself safe. The cast comes up short. Blabber hits that Q right off the bat. Looks like they'll be out of this one, but again, focus onto Panda. Flash is blown. His initiation potential goes down slightly.
That was a dangerous excursion out of Panda there. He did not respect that Blabber was going to pull the trigger on him right away, thinking, oh, I must have run him very tanky. Surely they won't engage on me. And if Golden Glue were to have had Ignite or the completed static shift, Panda's getting one shot right there and not getting out. So he needs to really start respecting the decisiveness that Cloud9 has when it comes to these engages, because they have not shied away. The second the knockup is there, Golden Glue follows up.
And they're not going to shy away. Rift Herald's on Blabber. They have a chance to use that anywhere. Stopwatch is picked up by Blabber. They want to keep the plays going without a chance to lose a person. That stopwatch allows them to get in a little bit deeper, a little bit dirtier. Try to get some more kills here. They don't really have tabs on where Panda is. They know he's slow to his jungle, so whatever Blabber does will probably be first on the docket. And he's going to be on that bot side of the map here to see if this turns into a counter or dive.
There it is, popping that Herald, trying to get those plays against the Caitlyn lane that's been so abusive so far. And Keith is really good at pushing right now, because remember, Cloud9 already secured a Mountain Dragon. That's going to increase their damage to the turret right before the plates come in, and they're going to be able to secure every single plate in this bottom lane. Cash money.
Always feels bad, too. You feel like you've been pushing the whole time, you got damage on the other turret, and the one swing play they get, and yours is basically
that one darn
down.
jungler shows up, gives the money back, all your hard work put down.
Winning game no longer wins you the game. Ooh, Jukes goes in pretty scary here. He's got a heated up turret though. That's gonna be on the Panda. Fourth shot on the Panda. 5 shots. Jukes goes down as they perfectly play the aggro on that one. A great kill for Lorlo.
Yeah, Fox finds another return kill in the top side of the map, but they're not going to be able to take down that turret because there was almost no damage done to that tower, and Juke still has his teleport, so he's going to be able to save this if the time comes to it.
For Panda's time, top, yeah. Infernal grab. It's got to be a good damage.
Yeah, Lorlo is pushing really fast. You know, you do forget that with the grasp, you actually do get to have a little bit more pushing power had he gone for the demolish on the turret, which I believe he did. I just don't think he saw it.
Pushed in once again. Golden Glue gets a bit of a roam on there. He's trying to clear everything out of the mid lane. He says he wants to make it tough for Phoenix. No vision there, but also put his own down to make sure these scuttles are grabbed. He is on his static shiv. Just boots now. He's actually feeling pretty good. They would love to get another fight in here.
Now, I'm pretty sure Blabber has already secured every single scuttler in this game. I have not seen a red scuttle. Actually, no, that won that dragon.
Panda did grab one. Because when he went up through mid, he made sure he got that top one. He was like, well, I'm going to die again soon probably, so I need to get a scuttle. It's going to work out like that. 15-15 on the clock, and 2-2 as it seems to be a bit scrappier than what the scoreboard is showing. C9 is going to finally put a little bit more pressure down onto the map. If they can drop this top tier turret, they may be able to start focusing on mid. What's the retort in bot lane, though? Looks like Jukes will not be able to save that as it's pushed in by Lorlo, and he does not have enough vision to see Panda.
But I love that Jukes has learned his lesson. He's not going to stand down there because he can get towered up 100-0. There's just no value in trying to stick around. Fox will pull the trigger, so he just backs off, starts farming a little bit, and make sure that he doesn't feed because Golden Glue and Blabber, they're the ones that have been making the plays. As long as they are in his side of the map, he'll be fine to push up. And he needs to see Fiora and Sejuani before he goes back on that.
I feel like that's such a thin line of mental for players to stand on. They're like, well, if I'm not getting CS, I can't contribute into the fights, but if I stay back here, it feels good when I'm not dying for my team. It's where's the middle ground on that? You know, I feel like it's messed up so much, and when put in that hard position, all the fans are just like, why do you play it so bad? Because it's really hard.
Yeah,
really hard.
Actually don't have all the information we have. Right? We get to watch it from the bird's eye view where we can say, oh yeah, this is what it is. This is obviously what you should have been doing.
Yeah.
How would you not know? Well, you guys can go watch ProView and really see how difficult it is to actually make these decisions with the information that your team conveys, because it's not like it's just there for you to understand. Somebody else has to tell you. You look at Licorice, one of the things he says is rarely looks at the other parts of the map. He's so focused on laning well that he actually needs the team to tell him, hey, watch out, back off. It's time for you to play safe. You're about to get dove in 30 seconds. And those time windows are really important to be conveyed to your lane.
There it is. Top goes down and mid falls shortly after. We didn't even see FOXA really having a mid push, able to get back on that. C9 is controlling the pace of the map. since they're able to grab that Rift Herald and start off in the bot lane.
There's a 1v1 going on.
Yeah, Jukes is taking quite a bit of damage. Had to flash away from that as well, as you see on the top left of your screen. His summoner is down. He gets away safely, though, as they're trying to clean up minions. Janitorial duty on a few of the waves around the map, and they should have themselves in a good spot on the side of C9. But like I said, Echo Fox, they lost some turrets, but they are not afraid to get back in, try to play around the map, and find it back in. Lorlo, like you said, doing that split pushing as the Fiora.
He's their point of pressure. If Fox is going to win this game, it's going to have to come up Lorlo having a great showing. He's going to have to be 1v1ing Jukes in really difficult situations. So mechanics are going to be the name of the game when it comes to these top laners, because it's a skill matchup every single time. Fiora versus Irelia, the parry, the W is so important against Irelia's abilities, and likewise, she's gonna have to mind game the Fiora. How well can you bait her into using that spell and dodging it yourself? Because you can't forget, if it misses, you're still getting your attack speed slowed, which is a huge deal when you're a Conqueror Bruiser.
It's not something that's like kind of told either by that ability. Not a lot of people feel it, and they'll still take the fight considering I'm gonna do X amount of damage. No, it's lowered greatly. She is the duelist for a reason. Easily say no to death. Blue Red's gonna be picked up here. Great vision by Echo Fox, but they don't have the strength to control it right now. You need both to make that work. It looks like the wards are gonna be walked over right now. Red taken. And pretty built up inventories here on the side of C9. That Essence Reaver's finished. BF sword for a bit more damage onto Keith's boomerangs as well.
So the reason why we see Echo Fox conceding so much of the map is because they have nobody that can face check against Yasuo Gragas. Only Panda can, but he's too busy pressuring the Irelia, pressuring Jukes in the top side of the map, or bottom, now that the lanes have swapped, in order to actually get some vision. But they've been spotted, and Irelia engages.
Jukes is going to be able to walk him out here. Predator's coming down. Lorlo wants to try and get himself into a good position. Now they're both goal side to their own base. That's going to be Panda going down. Final Spark comes across. One last hit coming in. Mantra Shield in from Phil to save, but it's not going to be enough. There's the last breath onto Phil as he might go down into the Dragon Pit. It's going to be taunted. It's going to be attacked, and Phil goes down. Realm Warp forward to safety, and Echo Fox gets out with 3, but they lose too many.
And Cloud9 sniffs out exactly what Fox is trying to do and engage right away. Fox didn't know that there was a ward on the same red brush. Look at them just lingering around. And the second the Sivir ultimate comes through, they know they're in deep, deep trouble here. They're trying to get out. Lorlo flashing away, and very intelligently, mind you, because there is just no way you're going to be able to turn this around when the Sejuani has been melted and the Yasuo ultimate has yet to come out. That Yasuo could have been so much bigger too. So they're lucky that they got away with only 2 people dying.
It's going to be scary for Echo Fox, though, if the Yasuo ults keep connecting with Panda, and they're okay with that on the side of C9, then you almost don't have anybody that can, like you said, face check these opponents. That's going to be tough. It's only 20 minutes into the game, and the comp that wants to be in your face has the right to do so for Cloud9.
When the name of the game is first to move is the most likely to, I mean, that's not really a good name for a game, but anyways, if you're assertive, you're actually going to be able to have an advantage in most of these fights. That's why Gragas and Yasuo are so powerful. And another element of Gragas that is often forgotten, and about junglers it's really important, is how well can you face it when you're not tanky enough. And a champion like Gragas has his task that lets you understand if there's somebody in that brush without actually putting yourself in harm's way. Sejuani doesn't really have that, so she has to be extra tanky, whereas FLICKR, well, he's getting engaged on it.
I like Panda going in, though. The team still wants to fight. Last breath onto 2, and that's big damage coming out of Golden Glue, and the rest of the team. A Final Spark takes one down, and they're going to lose Panda as well to the hands of Jukes as he teleports into the fight. 1, 2, 3. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. C9 continues these fights that takes Echo Fox out.
They're just so fast. There was no hesitation. Blabber, the second he sees 2 people together, he chucks out the ultimate, and Golden Glue immediately engages. He didn't even burn the Ignite on that one. They had more firepower for that fight. They wiped the floor with Fox Academy. Now a Baron, 2 Mountains. Let's take another look at how this happened. Look at Blabber. Bam. You hit both carries. It's perfect. It actually cannot get any better than that. The final spark from Diamond follows through. The wind wall allows him to continue pushing forward so that Phoenix cannot burst him down. This might be one of the best Cloud9 Academy compositions that they run all the time.
And you were saying it before, we saw it coming out at LCK, the Gragas and Yasuo. You have someone in the back line immediately. They don't have to be positioned anywhere else but near the fight. You see that on that focus. Panda's trying to say, look at me, look at me. They don't even have to blink twice. They go for the backline every time on the side of C9.
And the thing is, as a tank, you don't really have a way to stop that.
No, you don't.
Gragas will always be able to find the angle based off of the abilities that are in his kit. So Sejuani has to be just immaculate in, can you stun the Yasuo when he uses the ultimate to lock him away before the wind wall connects, before he drops down, and it's really tricky.
The bake sale is out. Cupcakes are down 6-2 here. Echo Fox Academy's trying to hold the base just a little bit more to push from Lorlo on the side. I like the fact that they're keeping their game plan in progress. If they lose that, they lose the pressure on the side lane, and C9's happy to fight everybody in front of them. Right now, they kind of have to worry, and they're even happy if they can get the same catch again. Apollo and Phil go down immediately. That's going to be the base broken open, and this may call Lorlo back if he can't get onto that turret fast enough. He cannot, even with a full wave. He's called home.
He has to go home. They're going to try to end the game right here, right now in under 25 minutes.
It's been incredible how fast they can take him down the 2 Mountain Drakes early, along with the first Infernal for the percentage damage that Cloud9 is working with. Fight after fight. They are right back to the batting order. There's a stopwatch, Zanya rather, coming in from Blabber. What a game for the whole C9 squad. They do lose one in the base. They get a little hyphy for the KDA. They should be able to take a second Nexus turret. No, they second guess that one, and now they may second guess how long they have stayed in the base. Not much catch potential unless Phil comes up with one of those Qs. Looks like it's going to be on cooldown for now. Thrown back as the light binding, and this is going to be to stop the backs, but we actually need to push waves. We need to set up the map as much as we can. They're still going to see what they can do to C9 though. No one coming up for the next about 10 seconds on the side of Cloud9, so it's going to be the do-si-do here in the mid lane.
And Fox is so happy that they live to see another day here because now they've got 2 inhibitors down, but how on earth are they going to defend? Cloud9 is tower diving right away. Look at this, the second the minion wave crashes, the minion isn't even down, and they're already shooting for the backline, eliminating the bottom lane instantly. That's the power of Yasuo Gragas.
Jukes, very happy. That was right before they got the Baron. Were able to come up with it just all around. He went down in that fight, and he knows the team was able to pick it up. The sacrifices they're making for each other to make sure each other get the right play on C9 is just coming up daisies for them. 9-4, 25 minutes coming up on the clock. Like I said, those 2 Mountain Drakes and an Infernal are just escalating the pace they rip through these turrets like paper.
And that means that Fox has to pull a miracle here. Panda, he's a blue buff right now, but he's got to be grouped up with the team and come up with something real special. Blabber's thinking the same thing. He's going for a different angle on this ultimate, and I think that seeing how good his last ultimates have been, we're about to see another great one.
I think it has to be an Eagle Eye Glacial Prison onto Golden Glue. If they don't get that impact, Apollo and Phoenix have a chance to run around. They can Rune Prison one of these guys. You got to dodge the Diamond Bind. It's going to be a hailstorm of abilities that Echo Fox has to dodge, but I feel like if they hit Golden Glue, there's light at the end of the tunnel. The man has a wind wall, though. It's going to be real tough.
Here we go. Sivir ultimate's happening.
Doesn't want it to get right onto him. May not be able to get that Glacial Prison down. He is frozen in place. Phoenix now in the eyes of Golden Glue. One more storm, but not a last breath to follow that one. Woo. He has already taken it, and Echo Fox is holding their breath on this one. A good kill coming up. Golden Glue goes down. Is Phoenix feeling good, but he's coming and going down out of the Zanyas himself. A double kill for Blabber. What a fantastic game for the jungler at 3, 0, and 9. Finishing touches onto Lorlo at the Fountain Stairs. That's Cloud9 putting their hands together. The fans as well. 14-5. C9 take down Echo Fox.
That's a beautiful performance out of the entire Cloud9 team. Well deserved. Clapping for each other. They absolutely earned that one. And even Jukes, he didn't have the flashiest game, but playing safe side is just as important as the rest of your team that's making the play. So credit to the entire team here. They all played their roles beautifully in this comp.
I like that point about Jukes. You know, somebody coming into a roster like Cloud9, I should say the organization in general, they want to make an impact. They want to say, hey, I can do X, but showing that you can do everything with a calm mind and not put yourself in a bad situation is really what I think makes a great player, and he's showing it from the start. Very happy for C9. Westrice giving the team a high five, and Echo Fox held in there in the beginning. think the rotation in and out and the knowledge they continued to have on Panda really took apart the strategy that Echo Fox would have.
I think they got thrown off guard as well, thinking that, okay, we're going to trade the Aurelia for the Ryze. We're going to be happy having this pick. We're going to be up against the regular standard mage, and then Golden locks in the Yasuo Gragas in the first rotation. Already committing to it, because every time that we've seen the Ryze comes out, they typically ban it in the second. But Cloud9 Academy has never been quite bold enough to lock it in right away. And this is the evolution of the team that I want to see. Just in your face, this is our style. What are you going to do about it?
And a lot of the teams today, I should say both teams as well, extending those champion pools. It's only getting into the second week here, but playing a little bit more. We see the Diamond bringing out the Lux. We also saw Zeyzal on Lux today, so a little bit of that love going through the team. And Golden Glue having another great game down in CS in the lane, but he knew what his objective was. He's like, well, I don't have to pressure the CS against you. I just got to wait for that Gragas barrel to come in a few minutes. Cha-ching!
It's the tag team. It's the Swole Bros, but with a little twist on it.
Exactly. A twist and a lime. Let's send it down to Pastry for an interview with Cloud9's bot laner.
Thank you very much. I'm here with the Toucan himself. It's Keith after a blisteringly fast game on stage.
Yeah, I mean, we came out, I mean, we kind of smashed them. I don't know. We played Gragas Yasuo. They have no peel tramps, so they just kind of get one shot. So it was an easy game.
And you guys have been generally pretty dominant in Academy, but does it feel even better to be here on the LCS stage and winning in such dominant fashion?
I think it feels nice to get games on stage for Academy, but in the end, it's still Academy, because, I mean, arguably, our last play against Clutch Gaming, we did pretty well. It was more, I don't know if it was high pressure, but it was LCS, so I think none of us really feel any pressure today.
And of course, you guys already picked up a loss, which is surprisingly uncharacteristic for Cloud9 Academy, but do you feel like the team's kind of back and ready to dominate another season and this time pick up the win in the finals?
Yeah, I think we're just getting used to integrating Jukes into our team, and since English is not his first language, we've had a little bit of struggles here and there, but honestly, I think Jukes is insane.
And then final thoughts, just on your personal lane matchup. Obviously, you play LCS players from time to time, either in solo queue or in scrims, or in this case, even on stage. What was it like playing against Apollo this go-round?
I think I actually scrim LCS players almost every day, whether it be against Sneaky or any other LCS player, because we get really good scrims as an Academy team. So I honestly, I don't feel any pressure, or I don't struggle against any LCS player right now.
Certainly looks like it. Thank you again, Keith, for the interview, and congratulations on the win today. We're going to throw it back to the caster desk for their final thoughts and to finish off today.
That was the most tame answer I've heard out of Keith for quite some time.
But Toucan with words of strength and fortitude that C9 Academy will come back strong. That's all the league action we have got for now. Thank you so much, Pastry and Keith, for the interview. When we return on Wednesday, where Academy will kick off its first Super Week in place of Classic Legends. That includes the regularly scheduled Academy games on Thursdays and Fridays. You're not missing anything with the dive and this or that. It's going to be live on YouTube throughout the week, so make sure you check that out. Now, for myself, the casters, and the entire broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week for more LCS. Good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd comes to life, and we are on to Summoner's Rift for the first time today. CLG versus Team Liquid. A little bit of damage coming out. Whoa! Wiggly! He makes it happen on not just one, but two. Jensen needs one more auto attack, and he will fall.
Yeah, Silas.
Down the pit,
Down the bird. Karma. Nice. Go back.
The Shurima Shuffle's not going to find anybody. Someday, he couldn't get enough damage to get them all, but he grabs a shutdown onto Cody, and 100 Thieves will hold the line.
Inconclusive.
Inconclusive. He clearly picked Clutch.
Clutch Gaming finally found what they were looking for. They've made their way onto the Nexus. They're finding the auto attacks, and Clutch Gaming will get that win.
You read him like a book behind a lost chapter?
Oh my god.
No way.
He does it again. Does it again. He does a joke like that.
Solo with a massive flank rumble on his Lost is going to make his way into the backside. He turns it back around. The chain is dead. Lost with a shutdown. He's just going to flash out. Now the GA goes down to Solo. Dives back in with the bombs on, and he's dead to Sven. Sven, he's doing to play cleanup. Lost too far forward. Going to make it a double kill. Going to be a triple kill.
I can't believe what I'm witnessing here.
Retreat right now for FOXA's Ven. He's just so aggressive. He's got a GA, he's got a Yugi, he's got a Dillion, he's got a double kill, he's got a triple kill, he's gonna resurrect. There's a good catch if they can get it. Pop also in, finds it, gets a 3-man root. His game-winning ultimate as he goes into stasis. He's dancing.
One last hit coming in. Mantra shield in from Phil to save, but it's not going to be enough. There's the last breath onto Phil as he might go down into the Dragon Pit. The team still wants to fight. Last breath onto 2, and that's big damage coming out of Golden Glue.
I need help.
Okay.
I'm going. I'm dead. I'm going. I'm not.
I got one. I got two. All of them GA. Get him reset.
I'm on Silver. Core JJ taken very low. Rolling into the back line as Stixay goes on a killing spree. Ladies and gentlemen, Counter Logic Gaming take down Team Liquid.
Everybody fall.
Chase. I'm coming from mid. I'm making Kenneth.
I might need watch Jason Molest.
There it is. Oh, what a Zodius from Crowd! Flashes out of the way. Viper finds an ulti, but that's going to be all she wrote on this one. Optic finish week 2 as the LCS's only undefeated team.
And so the great cycle of life continues in the wild LCS.